Hello everybody, Yoshi here with another Wake and Bake. I pulled an all-nighter today, or tonight, last night, this morning, whatever. Been up all night, at least this time around. I made a bunch of videos, Final Fantasy, so this week, for the rest of the week, I'll have at least one video of Final Fantasy, hoping to get some Surge kicked out today. I'm still looking for that one building. I can't remember the name of the building I'm supposed to be going to. Last couple episodes, we terminated Little Johnny and his brother. They call it leader Brother Eli. And then we went and kicked the ass of the guy who sent us to Brother Eli. He was a chump. I hope to get some Lords of the Fallen made sometime this week. May have to wait until next week. I don't know. I've been meaning to get back into that. I'm stuck at the second portal after beating the commander in that area where I left off. So it's been relatively fun though. I'm hoping to have videos scheduled to publish for future dates. That way, I'm not always just getting a video out that day. I hope you guys had a great weekend. It was pretty good for me. I did my usual, just chilled and relaxed. Stayed off of a lot of social media for the most part. Yesterday I was supposed to have made the Wake and Bake video, but I couldn't really think of anything. Still really can't think of anything today. I've been like trying to figure out what would be something good to talk about. I can always talk about Trump. He recently said that he would be doing good if we didn't count the blue states. Though technically, he would also be doing good if we didn't count any state. So we do have Trump blatantly telling people that he doesn't care about that they're dying. Almost 200,000 people, or over 200,000 people at the moment. I don't really remember. Then you had, William Barr equate the lockdowns with slavery, which neither are the same. It's interesting how the right does understand how bad slavery is, yet don't care when people bring up slavery and its long-lasting effects on society. It's mainly because they don't want to own up to the fact that they actually endorse it. Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, so that leaves up a Supreme Court position. If a conservative fills it, well, the left is screwed, and people like me are screwed. But, I don't really care about politics too much anymore. I still follow what's going on, but I don't really follow like I used to. used to, support Obama, but I was in high school. I think it was in ninth grade. No, maybe 10th grade. And it was because it was 2016 when Obama was running. I remember, I do remember supporting him. I was like, maybe this will be, the time where, a politician actually goes through with their promises and actually be for the people. Boy, was I wrong. Obama was just Bush 2.0. He re-signed the NDAA, which allowed for the detainment of Americans without due process. He helped set the precedent for a kill list by the U.S. government and being able to kill Americans without due process. So technically, because of what the precedent of Obama, cops killing people is actually pretty legal because the state has deemed it legal to kill Americans without due process. I know they set the precedent, they killed the 16-year-old because they claimed he was a terrorist, but that just opens the door to more legal killings quote-unquote legal killings by the U.S. government. Technically, none of them are legal. According to the Constitution, everybody has a right to, trial, jury of the peers, all that good stuff. Though, if you really want to talk about the United States, they don't care about laws. The people who control the government, they'll create laws, but the laws are for the poor people to follow. Rich people can do whatever the fuck they want because they're rich, and especially if you're a lawmaker. Also, if you're a law enforcer, cop and such, you can pretty much do whatever you want as you enforce said laws, and you have the ability to choose which laws to enforce and on what group of people. So, let's say there's a ban downtown on smoking cigarettes. Well, as a cop, you can choose if you want to give tickets to people living in houses or tickets to people living on the street. Now, it's easier to give tickets to people living on the street, as you're always going to be able to find them smoking downtown, especially the ones downtown. Also, if you dislike homeless people a lot, you're going to be more likely to target the homeless. Same with other biases. If you dislike black people, you're going to choose to uphold various laws more so towards black people than other people. People want to think that the law is fair and balanced and just, but it's nearly impossible for it to be fair, balanced, and just when we have people that have the ability to pretty much uphold their own self-interest and dictate who gets to see what type of justice and when. Because in all actuality, if justice was truly blind and fair, rich people would be punished just as harshly as poor people. And white people would be punished just as harshly as black people. But that is not what we see in reality. In reality, if you're rich, laws don't apply. If you're white, you're more than likely have a higher chance of getting away with various crimes or getting a lighter sentence for said crime. Now, if you're rich and white, you're basically, that's your forever get out of free jail card. I mean, look at Trump. He's telling people to commit crimes. He's continually committing crimes. He's white and rich, and also there's the fact that he's the president, which basically means that you can do whatever you want. Even worse, you can do something to millions of people and get away with it. Oh, and did you know that the federal prosecutors are defending Trump in his sexual abuse case? Somebody is suing him for rape, and the government has decided to use taxpayers' money to defend him. And now this also shows that once you become president, any crime that you commit in your past, you will have the full weight of the government to protect you. That's not justice whatsoever. It shows that there are certain groups of people that are favored in our justice system. Now, this is one thing when people say no justice, no peace. People like me will never see any true peace in life when there's no true justice. When you know that the system you live in can do whatever it wants to you, and you basically can't do anything. I mean, what kind of society are you truly living in when a cop is able to kill you just for disobeying, them saying stop or whatever? What kind of justice is that? What kind of society lives on those types of principle where one group of people can execute you on the street just for the simple fact of saying no? That's not a free society, as it's predicated on obey or die. That is a fascist system, an authoritarian system, whatever you want to call it. It's not a truly free society. A whistleblower, recently, I think maybe a couple days ago or so, came out, and it was a nurse. She was talking about the amount of hysterectomies being performed on, immigrants that are being caged in concentration camps on the border, as well, though this one was actually in Georgia. I guess they've started splitting up people across the nation. Oh yeah, we got concentration camps in America. They're on the border. Started under Obama, continued with Trump. We're basically, the United States is basically Nazi with better public relations. I mean, no, I'd have to like go into all that later because I'll have to talk about Operation Paperclip, the previous concentration camps that they've had, and various other things going on. But I mean, the United States is basically the Fourth Reich, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, look, we got a president who obviously supports white nationalism. You wouldn't have a president that would. I know. I said this probably a few times before. You would about the video of the guy saying white power. I know Trump, tried to, save face by saying that he didn't know that at the end or whatever the guy was saying white power, but that doesn't matter. You should have watched the entire video or had someone watch the entire video before he retweeted it. You got his total hatred for people from Mexico, as well as the quote-unquote shithole nations, which he means by nations where there's brown or black people, as he never says anything about people that are white. There's never any mention about illegal immigration coming from Canada, as Canadians are the second largest illegal immigrants in the United States, which most illegal immigrants in the United States are just people that overstay their visas. So people that come here are coming by plane more than for the most part. So border wall does nothing unless you can, put a giant wall up in the air, or make your wall, 100, 200, 300 feet high or more in order to stop planes from traveling over. You had the video of where one of his rallies, somebody says something about shooting migrants when he was saying that, and then he said like only in Florida can you do that, and it's like, how is that actually any kind of law and order? Which is funny, because our president's supposed to be a president of law and order, yet I think I already said something about that in the beginning of the video. I may be repeating myself now. Trump says he's the president of law and order, yet breaks the law. Okay, I think I'm probably repeating myself. Well, I hope you guys been enjoying my my wake and bakes and my random chit chats. Or, well, I guess it's more so of a random of what's going on in my mind or what I feel like talking about at the moment. A lot of it's political. Though that's mainly because of how extreme everything's going on. I mean, you got COVID that Trump lied about from the very get-go and said, and told Woodrow that he wanted to downplay it and quote-unquote not make everybody panic, and told everybody that it was a hoax and stuff. He knew how bad it was, that it could kill everybody. Well, not everybody, but a large, portion of people. So he went around telling everybody that it was a hoax and didn't exist. And now he wants to try to save face in various times by saying he played it and, worked really hard to stop it, when that's not even the case. And we have so many people dead because this guy didn't want to do anything whatsoever to actually fix anything. One good thing about Obama, drone bomber in chief, he did have the pandemic response team that Trump dismantled. If we didn't have a vain child as a president, and that kept the pandemic response team, and who didn't lie about everything and try to discredit everybody that's smarter than what he is, we would actually have a whole lot less people dead. I mean, yes, people would have died because it's a new disease that humanity has yet to face, but it wouldn't have been nearly as bad as this. The economy wouldn't be in shambles. We wouldn't be facing mass evictions all over the nation. It's just crazy. 2020 has just been a really crazy year. It's gonna get worse though. With the elections, Trump blatantly saying that he is not going to give up office. His fear-mongering of a rigged election, his readying his base for a civil war. It's more than likely going to happen unless there's something really big that just gets everybody to kind of forget about that for the moment. But with the increasing number of police killings and people dying, nobody's really going to forget about this. I mean, we do still have the racial uprisings going on, and the cops still killing and assaulting people. It's like, I mean, people are like, hey, cops, can you stop killing people? And they're like, no, we're just going to kill more people. And then they wonder why people hate the cops. They wonder why people see them as the villains. It's like, you kill kids, teens, adults, whoever, especially if they're black, and then you try to continually justify it no matter what, and then act like you're the good guys. You're continually seen, even on your own body cams, committing crimes like planting drugs, lying, stealing, doing various crimes, and nothing happens to them, and they wonder why people distrust the police, because they're known to be corrupt. Okay, before this becomes too long and I end up rambling for 45 minutes or an hour, I'm going to end this here. If you enjoy the videos, my games, or my politics, hit the notification bell. You can stay up to date whenever I publish a new video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment about what you liked about the video or your opinions, and we'll chit chat. Peace.